as we're approaching now the final sector. This is the end of the stage, not even a kilometer to go, and we could well and truly be back into the game for the contention of this victory here. Oh, I run a little bit too cut on the inside, and that is gonna roll us over. That is so unfortunate there. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC9. We're back with the final episode of the WRC9 tournament. So if you've been a fan of this series, you've enjoyed it so far, and you wanna leave this series, leave this game with a big smile on my face, actually subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're a big fan of this series and this game, to actually motivate me to get into WRC10 with the same and bigger aspirations. But I really want to say it's a sad goodbye, to say goodbye actually to this game. You know, it's the WRC game that I've played the most ever. Like, WRC8 was good, I played quite a bit, WRC7 equally. It was actually a worse game, a far worse game, but I've still played it quite a lot. But this game was the best so far in the series, in the whole like WRC universe, let's just say. And I've actually played it the most as well. And I will still play it for competitive reasons, mostly for the Greek esports and the Rally Star event till the very end. But overall, this is the last sort of career mode video I'm going to be doing, and you know, it's a goodbye to the series that you've all loved, and a lot of new people came to the channel because of this series. Obviously, you know, it's not a goodbye WRC game. WRC10 will be out in less than a month. So I've literally got less than a month, minus the 13 days of my holidays, to produce some of the content that I want to produce outside of WRC. So yeah, it will be quite challenging, and I think most of you that are not watching my general videos, I think will be very interested to see what I'm working on with BeamNG, Automation, RBR. I've also played like different rally games, so if you're a rally fan, then I think you will most likely enjoy the rally content in general. I think it's actually very interesting. I'm not saying like if you don't like F1, don't watch F1, but I think the rally content is quite interesting. But either way, final rally, obviously I've already told you in the previous episode, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it out. Very nice rally in Wales, full rain, mad, absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're going into the final location for this career mode, and it's actually in Japan, one of my favorite locations, even on my favorite location in the game. I've set a top 20 lap around Sitara, if I'm not mistaken, and somehow a guy, actually an esports guy, has a 38-second advantage to me, which doesn't make any sense because I've literally, if you remember that video I made back then, it just doesn't make sense how he's so much faster, because I've literally been on the limit. But either way, away we go for the first stage. Home rally as well for the Toyota team, make sure you remember that. And we've been, last time we've been on tarmac was the video that I deleted, which was Germany, and it went quite bad, if I'm being honest. Next season on the new game, we're going to have Croatia as a new tarmac rally in Spain, which, if you haven't checked out my WRC10 demo video, go and check it out. I've tried all the new locations, all the now existing new locations, which are Estonia, Spain and Croatia, two of them being tarmac, and I have to say I was very impressed. Even more impressed than with what I was from Japan. I think Japan was a very welcoming addition to the tarmac sort of locations in WRC, and I really wanted to stay, and it will stay on the next game as we make some contact there. Some very narrow roads, still a bit rusty. In terms of tarmac, I need to get back up to pace. I just keep on bumping walls there, driving like a noob, but honestly, it's just the first stage. Hopefully no big mistakes are going to be made, and we're just going to get the best possible result as we can. That's my main target. As you can see there, another red sector hasn't been perfect for us so far. I run a little bit wide through there, still okay. There's a left 4 open. And now we're going to go through the tunnel. Oh, that's very fast there. I have no idea why I carried so much speed there. You can see my frustration right on the wheel, but not too stressed. I think it's still okay. We're not going to win the stage, obviously, but we just want to have a half decent result to start off the rally. Obviously, haven't been very good, haven't been pushing a lot and pretty much over pushing when I crossed into the barriers a few times so far. As we're now onto the final sector, this is the start of the Sitara, but on reverse. You might find this sort of like split very familiar as we go very, very fast. We are cutting over the grass. Oh, come on, man. Why does it slide so much? Way too slidey boy there on that sort of first stage. I think that's the main reason we've been crossing to the barriers. Probably way too much speed carrying there through this couple of corners. But obviously, 7.4 seconds off the pace. Not very bad, not very bad. I think it's a good start to kick off this rally. Okazaki, obviously, the stage. We're behind Hayden Padden and Pierre-Louis Lebert, who had a very good stage, only 3 seconds behind Oitanek, who's currently the leader of the Japanese rally. 2 tenths behind him is Thierry Neville, so a big fight yet again for the two Hyundai boys. So I'm just down into 5th with my Toyota, trying to catch up to these two very fast drivers. And another similar stage, 6-point-something kilometer stage. Hopefully we can have a very similar result, or even better. I wouldn't mind being 7 seconds slower again and then just go full out attack on day 2. That's what we did in Wales, and it surprisingly enough worked out, if I'm being honest.
Left 4, 100. Right 3, brake into square left, 80. Right 6 into left 5.
I think the main thing that makes this career mode very interesting, let's see actually what the first sector is going to be like. It's 2.1 seconds faster. That's a very good sector. I think the one thing that makes this career mode interesting is that I go into rallies without practice, with only like my generic knowledge, which makes it very unpredictable. I think that's what makes this career mode very interesting. I think we have a very similar gap. Oh no! Is that a puncture? That is a puncture! It's incredible. That's the first time this has ever happened to me. Oh god, I'm losing control of the car. This is the first time this has ever happened to me so far in this career mode. On the final episode, I think we'll have to change tires. Oh no, man. Come on. How much time are we gonna lose? 15 seconds we're gonna lose with that tire change. That's so irritating. That's so frustrating. We were actually leading this stage. We were having a very good run. I remember telling you I wouldn't mind being 7 seconds behind, and we were 2 seconds ahead, and now we're 20.4 seconds. We lost way too much time there with our puncture. I have no idea how this happened. This has never happened to me before. We gained a few tenths there on the penultimate sector. We have slight damage, but it doesn't really matter. But what the actual heck? I was not expecting this whatsoever to happen. It just doesn't make sense, man. It hasn't happened to me last season in Japan. It didn't happen. I don't know why it happened now. The tires weren't even that bad. It was like on 60 condition. And the slight tap into the wall just made it just resulted in a puncture that just doesn't make any sense. Either way, hopefully we can gain some time in the final sector, but overly a weird and bad stage, which could have resulted in a stage win, but all of a sudden we're 18 seconds slower than Thierry Neville and 16.7 seconds slower than Tanak. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Look at that. I was the fastest on almost all sectors, and then sector 3 lost 15 seconds. That's just pure misery there. We could have been, if not in the lead, we would have been in the podium positions, very close in the top 2. And now all of a sudden we're 25.2 seconds moving into day 2 behind the leader. And we're 14 seconds behind 3rd position in one of my favorite rallies. All this because of a flipping puncture that I just wasn't expecting. So don't touch the walls, I guess. Hopefully, you know, I have a general like whining about the damage model on this game. I think it's horrendous. I think that it needs fixing on the WRC 10. Hopefully they fixed it. I think on WRC 8 it was worse, then it got better on WRC 9, so hopefully it gets even better on WRC 10, which means not so like unpredictable damages. I'm not saying I don't want unpredictability in the game, but like slightly touching a wall, I'm talking about this one, I'm talking about Wales. We slightly like touched a barrier and all of a sudden got damage on suspension, brakes, engine, like what the actual heck? I just you know, slide it through the barrier, like just a little bit. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like if I have a huge crash, then okay, do it. But on very small contacts, I think it's just a bit silly to have that kind of damage. But either way, rainy start to day 2, a short stage yet again, 6 point something kilometers again. And hopefully this is going to be a much better one. I have no idea how fast am I in rainy conditions on tarmac. There's a very, very dangerous contact there with the hill. You see that first sector, it's going to be 7/10 faster. So decent pace in the wet. Not very fast obviously. Still like, it's going to be a very, very close rally indeed. Which is something we were not expecting, I think. I was expecting myself to be a little bit more dominant. But I think we're not, so I'm a little bit wide there, make some contact there with the wall. I hate this section there. You can understand that this section is very hard of the way that the co-driver just wraps over this section. It's just like straight up wrapping. I highly doubt anyone understands what he says around that section. We didn't gain a lot of time on the second sector, only up to 9/10, and the third sector we're actually going to go down on 9/10. We were on the previous sector 9/10 faster, now we're 9/10 slower, so probably losing some speed there into this section hasn't been very ideal. But obviously we're still very close. Like even if we win this stage, we're not going to gain too much time, so it's not really that it matters that much. We need to win a stage and gain a lot of time. That's all we need. We have to just gain 9/10. Like on the previous stage, we would have been like, we would have gained like 5 seconds, and that would have put us really into the game of winning this rally. But a 9/10 improvement is not going to do the job, unfortunately. Nice little section there over the bridge. You see that path on the right. Like if you fall there, it's game over for the rally. That's why I love Japan. The stage design in Japan is very, very nice. Very, very onto the edge. I think it's a very, very edgy rally. 2.5 seconds slower. Obviously not ideal. Losing way more time now. I think the rain has got heavier, and that's the result of the weather on my driving. The rain has got heavier indeed. The surface just doesn't feel the same. We've been losing quite some time, and hopefully, as you can see there, I'm not the best through the corners. Now let's see around the final corner what kind of lap time we're going to set. That's a 4:24.4. I think it's not bad. It's 3.4 seconds there slower than Thierry Neuville. The statistics there are wrong. There's no way I was the fastest through the sector 3 and sector 4. I actually lost time through those 2 sectors. So yeah, this is the first time that I see the statistics being absolutely broken on the time per section. But either way, yeah, 3.4 seconds lost there. I think we gained quite some time there on Pierre-Louis Loubet. Yeah, we're 5th. 8/10 behind Leb and 11 seconds behind Pierre-Louis Loubet. So still in contention for that podium, but obviously still that puncture is haunting me down, and especially that you know, the previous stage in general would have been faster and lost some time, got the puncture, all these bad things just happened. And we're moving into day 2 now. We're on to day 2, onto the final stage of day 2, and it's raining again. Hopefully it's not going to be similar to the end of the previous stage. It's going to be this whole stage similar to the start of the previous stage. Gain some time, you know, and try and get back into the hunt for the victory. I don't want to leave this series without a podium at least. I wanted to win here in Japan, you know, home rally of Toyota, final episode of the series. Why not just take a final victory into this game, you know?
Right 3 long, don't cut, keep in 50.
Come on, man, I'm always so good around this section, and now I mess it up. It's one of my favorite corners where you slide into that corner, and this time I just messed it up. Hopefully it's not going to cost us too much time there on the first sector. We're 2.2 seconds faster despite the mistake. That's a very, very good sign of things to come. Let's hope we can gain even more time, you know. Final stage of day 2. We need to give 100% down on this stage to try and minimize the gap from the lead. Nice little run through the bridge. The bridge there. A bit of a slidey boy, if I'm being honest, on the rain, but who doesn't love rain on tarmac? Everyone.
Caution, hairpin left, opens 100. Flat right into caution, brake, left 3, keep in. Into brake, right 3, keep in, 50. Left 2 long, 100. Caution, brake, right 3, into left 3, small cut, keep left, 80. Caution, kinks at junction, 100. Right 4.
Second sector, 6.1 second gap. There you go. That's what I want to see. That's what we want to see, boys.
Into right 3 short, keep in, 50. Left 3 short, small cut, into right 6, keep in, 60.
Through the annoying section again.
70. Caution, brake.
Let's see what it's going to look like on the end of this sector. Hopefully I didn't lose a lot of time now through this section. It's not my favorite one. Through the village.
Flat left, into flat right, bumpy.
And now onto the uphill.
Brake, keep left, bumpy.
Nice little section there. A lot of 11.7 second gap. As we actually didn't lose time, we gained a lot of time there. 11.7 seconds faster. As we're approaching now the final sector. This is the end of the stage. Not even a kilometer to go, and we could well and truly be back into the game for the contention of this victory here. Oh, I ran a little bit too cut on the inside, and that is going to roll us over. That is so unfortunate there. That is so unfortunate and silly of me. I cannot believe this. We didn't lose way too much time. That's going to be around a 6-second loss there, which is very important though in a rally like this one, where we were just about going to gain the appropriate time to be well and truly inside, you know, the gap to fight for the victory. But across the finish line, it was also so close to the finish line. I cannot believe to myself what I've just done there. As you can see, not losing a lot of time obviously, but it could have been much better. I didn't lose only 3 seconds. I lost more than 3 seconds. I lost around 5 to 6 seconds there with that kind of stupid mistake there. We would have been around 14 seconds faster now. So minus 6 seconds, it would have been 13 seconds of the lead. But unfortunately, you know, the target is achieved. We're on 3rd position, you know, into the podium positions. But honestly, we're still 19 seconds behind. It's just so irritating to see that happening. We would have been very close to victory. And also with Satara coming up, one of my favorite stages in the game, the longest WRC stage on WRC 9, remember that. This is the longest stage, 22 kilometer stage. Make sure you mark that number. It's the longest stage on any rally game that you're ever gonna get. Not mentioning RBR. RBR might have a 50 kilometer stage somewhere in there. But either way, starting this one off, obviously this is one of the stages where you can gain loads of time. I'm talking about loads and loads and loads of time. Not like that, not like that, not like that. Why am I driving like this? Am I stupid or something? I don't know. I know the stage like the palm of my hand, and I just start making mistakes before even completing a kilometer. I don't know what is wrong with me, honestly. I'm a bit shocked after the mistake on the previous stage. I have no idea how I've done that. I was like trying to cut that corner to gain as much time as I can, but I literally overdid it that time. Like, I always tend to cut this corner a lot, but I've never made that mistake ever in my life, and it was about time we made that mistake, I guess. Not in the right moment. I'd rather do it on time trial. Now I did it on career mode. Whatever.
Hairpin right cut, into right 5, don't cut. And caution, hairpin left cut, 60. Right 5 tightens 3, and left 6 for caution, square right widens. Into left 6, keep middle over bridge, 60. Left 5, 100. Flat right long, 500 over tunnel.
We're still 2 seconds faster though, as come across the first sector. Despite the few mistakes on sector 1, we're still fast. We're going very fast as well on sector 3, as you can see. Obviously, I'm still baffled. We would have been well and truly in for a victory chance here in this rally had we not made a mistake on the previous stage, but nothing's over yet. Nothing's over. Remember, 19-second gap from the lead. That's why we're looking to cover up, and we don't seem to be covering it up. I thought I had a very, very good sector 3 there, but apparently we lost around a second and more on that sector. No idea why that happened. Hopefully we can start regaining some time there, because it doesn't really make sense how I lost around a second or so. I know this part of the stage very well, so I'm hoping that I can actually gain some time. That is not the appropriate light intake through that corner. Oh god, my driving is not very, very good around Sitara. I've had much better times around this stage, to be honest with you. I've set a 1240 actually, and I've posted this on my channel on a discussion video in WC9 with the Ford Fiesta on nighttime around this stage, and 1240 time. So yeah, that's a very good time. I highly doubt we can get that with that kind of driving.
Hard brake into acute hairpin left 50. Right 4 and left 3, keep into right 3, short. And left 4 into right 5, 80. Caution, hard brake, square left opens. And left 5 into right 4, don't cut, narrows, long, 50.
That's what I want to see. We gain some time on that sector, on that section, and it's a 3.5 second gap. That's better. That's better. And I think I know this section as well very, very well, so we could gain some more time as well on that section. We want to gain as much time as we can around this stage. That would be absolutely ideal. 5.1 second, exactly what we want to see. This is a almost flat out section actually. It's as the rain is starting to drop now. That is not great, I'm gonna say. I was having a very, very nice time on the dry conditions. I don't know why it wanted to rain now, and I was also not expecting it. I didn't remember the weather forecast, but that is well, not ideal, I guess. Hopefully we're not gonna lose too much time though, otherwise I'll be very pissed off.
Right 3 and caution, hard brake for square right. And left 3, 30.
We need to be very careful over these square corners because of the bumps, not to spin the car. And we haven't spun it, which is very good to see. We're hopefully I'm just trying to not make any stupid mistake like I did previously. We might lose some time because of the rain, but I just don't want to completely mess up the whole thing.
Right 3, 150. Hairpin right, small cut, 30.
Yeah, we lost around 2 seconds there. Way too cautious driving because of the rain. I've gone a little bit way too scared there with the rain. Just very slidey yet again on the rain. Obviously not on wet asphalt tires, so doesn't really help out the situation. The rain has stopped again, and this should be able to help us out, I think. Not on that section though, because everyone hates this section. Yeah, I absolutely fucking hate this section. Can we get over with that? Thank you very much. How much time we lost? Oh god damn it, we're actually slower. We're 9/10 slower. Oh god, all my hard work and dedication throughout this stage has just gone to absolute nothing with that kind of sectors. Without flipping rain on 2 sectors, everything got destroyed. My hopes are now destroyed. Nice little run through there. You know, dry conditions now could well and truly help me regain some of that lost time, because we lost around 6 seconds on those 2 sectors. That's why we're actually slower now than the fastest guy around this stage. 4 tenths faster. That's an improvement. That's an improvement made. But it's still shit. Engine issue there. It's not gonna affect us too much, I think. Right at the end of the stage, with only a short stage coming up. That's the power stage. I think we're still gonna be just about fine.
Right 6, keep in, and caution, brake. Caution, left 3 short, keep in, into right 4 long, open, 60. Brake, left 3 short, 50. Right 3, small cut, keep into left 3, small cut. Into brake, right 4 opens, and left 6, 150. Hard brake, right 3 opens, keep in.
Last couple of corners, been a little bit rusty through the final sector. I'm not very happy with my performance, honestly. I think it could have gone way much better. As we come across the finish line to set a 13.10, and if I remember correctly, I told you we set a 12.40. We're actually going to win this stage, surprisingly enough, despite the rain, despite everything that wanted to destroy my plans. It went fine. Look at that, where Brandon with a 12.3 and me on my best lap. That was after so much time, so much effort. I set a 12.42. That's 38 seconds slower. How have you done that, mate? How have you done that? Honestly, no idea. But to make you understand, if I actually practice for every single stage, 12.40 is 30 seconds faster than the car at 135% AI. This is how much faster it would have been. Like, it would have been like a clear dominance throughout the season. But I don't want to do that. That's why we want unpredictability in this series, obviously. And despite that, even without my proper pace, we've still got a 19-second penalty. And if you completely remove that, which means not making any mistakes, we would have been leading the rally now. I would have been leading the rally. I'm very frustrated so far in this series because of my mistakes. It's not always down to the game. The game has its flaws, obviously, and they do irritate me. But mostly it's myself making mistakes that has frustrated me way too much. Either way, you recognize probably the beginning of this stage is pretty much half of Sitara, the first half of this stage as a power stage. Hopefully we can get those extra 5 points, you know. I highly doubt we're going to win this rally. We've got a 17-second gap from the lead. Very unfortunate. We could still get second position though if we have a phenomenal stage. We don't make any mistakes in a minute, not a single mistake. Otherwise it's not going to happen. But yeah, hopefully we can, you know, at least take that first position, get those 5 points in the bag to end this series on a happy note. Let's see the first sector. It's very important. 3.6 second gap. That's nice. That's nice. That's very, very nice actually. If we gain 3.6 seconds on every single sector, then we're not going to win the rally, but we're going to be on second position. So just got to keep on trying, keep on driving the same way, you know, to get that second position.
Right 5 tightens 3, and left 6 for caution, square right widens. Into left 6, keep middle over bridge, 60. Left 5, 100. Flat right long, 500 over tunnel.
The engine doesn't seem to mess up our top speed, so we're looking fine even for now.
Right 4, 60.
It does not mess up this corner. Very, very hard corner. Right on the edge. Very nice line. This one as well. They drop down to 4.3 seconds. Not the same amount of gains as the first sector, but still a very nice improvement. Still gaining time. That's exactly what we want to see. Apparently the tire condition is not good, so let's try and not touch any barriers. Oh god, how did I mess up this hairpin? It's my first time messing up this hairpin. Way too late on the brakes, TM. We do have tire issues, so if we make contact with the barrier, I'm expecting myself to get a puncture again. So let's try and avoid them. Very, very fast with there. Look at the cat there. As you've got the barrier right on your right hand side and just massively trying to cut that corner. Make some slight contact there on the right rear, and thankfully we didn't get a puncture. No idea how I got a puncture on 60 condition. I'm not getting one on 38 condition. Doesn't make any sense. Let's see the third sector now. Hasn't been the best. Oh, it has been the best. 7.2 second gap. Imagine if it really was the best. What the actual heck? That was a very, very good sector there. I don't know if it secures us just about yet the podium position, the second position. Obviously, the podium position is already secured as we have slight turbo issues now. With only 2-point-something kilometers to go. We didn't make contact with the barrier. That was very important there. Watch out for the dip on the right-hand side there. It's very, very easy to drop there and just completely lose out on everything. Nice and easy to there. So you go into the left hairpin. Nice, nicely done. Cut through this corner. This is a very, very narrow section with a lot of low-speed consecutive corners there, one after the other. You're just slaloming through there. I don't really slalom. I bump into the barriers because I'm very tired. Final stage on the WRC. Nakarima, we make a stupid mistake there as we're 8.2 seconds faster. I try to remember to... I was trying to do what I used to do when I was very fast around this stage, which was flat out through there. I didn't even lift off on that corner. Just straight up flat out. But instead of that, we made contact with a wall. Thankfully, not a puncture. The engine doesn't sound very well, I have to admit that. As we've got all sorts of damage. Apart from steering damage, doesn't make any sense. How would we leave that off the damage record? But not a lot of kilometers to go. Thank God all this happened right at the end of the stage. So it's not really going to affect the final result. With a few more corners to go, we're going to be coming across the line to finish this stage. Get those extra 5 points. It's a good way to end this season, you know. As we're 12 seconds, yeah, slower than Thierry Neville. That was very close indeed. That one was very close. Hayden Powder with 4 points in the power stage. Altanak with 3, Thierry with 2, and Craig Brint with 1. As you can see, I was the fastest on all 5 sectors, so a fairly dominant performance on the power stage. Had we not made a lot of mistakes on the previous stages, we would have won this rally, which is just, you know, a bit of a shame that it just happened like that. It just happened to be like that, you know. There's nothing I can do about it. Obviously, I would have loved to win this rally. We were only 5.6 seconds off the pace there in terms of winning this rally. So the pace was there. We would have won that rally had it not been for the stupid puncture, let's just say. It was just a puncture. Why would the puncture happen? Just to disallow me to win this rally. That's my explanation. It has never happened before in my life. It had to happen now in the final episode just to avoid me from winning this flipping rally. But still, not going to be disappointed. Second position, only 5 seconds off the win, and also 5 points in the bag, which means we're going to get 23 points overall from this rally, whereas Neville is going to get only 27. It's more, but it's only 27. It's not 30. Remember when I did that record? 25 plus 5 points on the entirety of the season. Not the entirety, but a lot of the rallies on that occasion. But honestly, I'm very, very happy about this rally. Had I won it, it would have been even better. But we got second position despite all the misfortunes that have happened so far in this you know, in this rally. We managed to get second. Despite all the misfortunes, all the mistakes that we made in this season, we managed to finish third. I think that was the most I could have done with the kind of like things that happened in this season. Had these things not happened, as you can see, we lost a lot of points. Monte Carlo was a clear victory. Argentina, remember, I had the pace to win. Kenya, we won somehow. It didn't make any sense. Finland, as in every single season, we have the pace to win, but always the suspension fails on us. Turkey, we would have at least got some points. New Zealand, I lost the victory out of my handbar. That was a fair and square racing there with Neville. And Wales, I could have won. Germany, at least get some points, man. Only points for the power stage. All this, if you like sum all these things up, we would have been securing second position. We would have been fighting for the championship just like the last season. But obviously, I want to see better AI in the next game. Having Elfyn Evans with 0 points throughout the entirety of this career mode is a mess. Literally, he was a championship contender. You better make him faster. Same with Carlo Rovanpera, make him faster. Same with Katsuda. He's literally got a podium in the Safari Rally. It just doesn't make sense. Make the flipping AI better. And don't have so many Hyundais in one rally, because the contractor standings is a bit of a joke at this point. Either way, that was my rant. Hopefully WC10 will be better. Our season wasn't bad. obviously. 7 out of 13 rally podiums, only 2 wins, which really hurt us. And total stage podiums, as you can see there, 38 out of 78. And total stage wins, we won plenty of stages, if you ask me. I think winning 30 out of the 78 overall stages, which is almost half of the stages in this season. Winning half of the stages in this season and being only third, shows of that you made way too many mistakes, man. You made way too many mistakes, and that's why you're down there into third. So hopefully, you know, next season will be much better. I had loads of fun. Thank you for being with me throughout this journey of WRC 9. Obviously, I'm gonna miss this game, but with WRC 10 coming out in less than a month, I'm not gonna miss it. Let's be honest. I think WRC 10 will be better. Hopefully, they fixed a lot of the things that I mentioned that need to be fixed in the demo. Otherwise, we might as well do another WRC 9 career mode, you never know, as well as, no, I'm just joking, but hopefully they fix them, because the game has a lot of potential. It could get a lot better, and I just can't wait to try it out, you know. I think it's gonna be quite amazing to play WRC 10 with you guys, and also the new historic events that they're really gonna introduce, with sort of like a historic arena, I'm gonna call it. So I can't wait to have 2 series on the channel of WRC 10. Oh god, we got an M Sport contract offer finally. You cannot believe that. You cannot believe that. We had to wait 3 seasons to get that contract from M. So we're not going to get it right after winning the championship with a Fiesta. We're going to get it right after a drop-off season with a Toyota. We're going to get a contract from all the top 3 teams somehow. Fix that. Fix that. I should have got that contract last season. I'm going to take it, obviously. You're not going to see me driving the M Sport Fiesta, even though I would love to show you that, you know what, I can actually win the Monte Carlo Rally in the M Sport Fiesta. This is my car, this is my championship, you know, but unfortunately I'm going to leave for holidays, and after I return, WRC 10 will be out. So, we signed for Ford. This is it. We signed for Ford. That's the end of the career mode. That's the best way to end this career mode. I don't care if we didn't win in Japan. We signed for M Sport, and I know that, and I'm very happy to be signed by Ford. M Sport, obviously, you know, M Sport driver. WRC 10 coming out. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with any of your friends that are waiting for WRC 10. Join my Discord server if you want to chat with me. Follow me on Twitter because I'm quite active there. And until next video, boys, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.
I know you hear it all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. I know you hear it all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. I know you hear it all the time, but I got to know what's your sign.